In the kaleidoscopic world of hip-hop rap icons, few figures cast as intriguing a shadow as Andre 3000. A chameleon of sound and style, his public persona is a tapestry of enigmatic charm, introspection, and boundary-pushing creativity. As we delve into the psychological architecture of Andre 3000, we must ask, what image does the public recall when his name is spoken? Is it the eccentric costumes, the poetic lyrics, or the haunting melodies that linger in the collective memory? At the heart of Andre 3000's public image lies a profound core desire to transcend the ordinary and touch the sublime. This drive reflects an Enneagram Type 4 personality, a type often characterized by a longing for uniqueness and authenticity. In the public sphere, Andre seemed to chase the ineffable, a harmony between his deep, introspective nature and the expansive, sometimes chaotic world of hip-hop. His artistic ventures were not merely career choices, but existential pursuits, each project a quest to capture and convey the complexities of the human spirit. Yet, as with many artists, Andre's journey was not solely his own. It was shaped by a complex ecosystem of influences: family expectations, industry pressures, and the relentless gaze of fame. The music industry, with its insatiable appetite for novelty and profit, often rewarded the mask Andre wore: the visionary, the outsider, the genius. However, beneath that mask lay the weight of maintaining an image that sometimes felt more myth than man. Within the group dynamics of hip-hop rap icons, Andre's role often resembled that of the shapeshifter archetype. He navigated the duality of collaboration and individualism, balancing his unique voice with the collective identity of the group. Key relationships further define this balancing act. Allies within the industry, along with rivals, often catalyzed Andre's growth, pushing him to redefine himself with each new chapter. Romantic connections, too, added layers of complexity as the public narrative of his love life intertwined with his creative output, sometimes blurring the lines between personal truths and public performance. The public saw a charismatic, often flamboyant artist who seemed to revel in his own eccentricities. Yet, the role of the entertainer came with its own demands. The need to constantly innovate, to remain relevant in an ever-evolving industry, created an internal pressure, a quiet storm of expectation that simmered beneath the surface. What the audience admired, the public persona, was perhaps only a fraction of the man himself. The private Andre may have wrestled with the very fame that others envied, a struggle to preserve genuine self-expression amidst commercial success. In this dance between public mask and private pressure, the shadow self lurks. Andre's own journey of growth and shadow integration reveals how his greatest gift, his creativity, could also become a gilded cage. The very talents that elevated him to stardom also demanded continual reinvention, lest they become stagnant or predictable. It's a universal truth for many creatives: the fear that one's art may one day cease to resonate, that the innovation might dry up, leaving only echoes of past glories. As viewers, we are invited to reflect on the parallels between Andre's story and our own lives. How often do we, too, wear masks that the world rewards but do not entirely reflect our inner selves? Have you ever felt like you had to become a role because people loved the role more than they understood you? Andre 3000's journey through the landscape of fame and personal fulfillment is a mirror, reflecting our own quest for authenticity amid societal expectations. In peeling back the layers of Andre's public persona, we uncover not only the heart of an artist, but also the universal struggle to reconcile public perception with personal truth. Andre's struggle with the duality of public persona versus private self echoes across the tapestry of human experience. His journey becomes a case study in the Enneagram's complex interplay of motivations and behaviors. As a Type 4 with a strong 3-wing, his core desire for authenticity and identity is often in tension with a drive for success and approval. The 4's longing for meaning can sometimes morph into a melancholic preoccupation with what is missing, while the 3-wing's ambition pushes for achievement and recognition. This interplay creates a dynamic where Andre is simultaneously drawn to the spotlight and wary of being consumed by it. The shadow side of this Enneagram type is the temptation to construct an identity around what makes one unique, Or, conversely, what makes one feel fundamentally flawed? For Andre, this meant an ongoing negotiation with his creative self. The personas he adopted in his work, whether larger than life or deeply introspective, functioned both as expressions of personal truth and as projections designed to captivate an audience. These personas were not fabrications, but facets of a complex inner world brought to life through music and performance. Yet, in the quiet moments away from the stage, Andre faced the solitude that often accompanies the artist's path. The need to retreat into himself, to find solace in solitude, is emblematic of the Four's quest for depth and understanding. In these moments, Andre may have grappled with the fear that his true self was somehow inadequate, or that the art he created might never capture the fullness of his vision. This is the shadow of the Four, the fear of being ordinary, the terror of mediocrity, and the relentless pursuit of a unique identity. Navigating this inner landscape required a constant dance with the trickster archetype, one that delights in breaking norms and challenging conventions. This archetype is evident in Andre's willingness to defy genre boundaries and push against the constraints of the music industry. It also hints at a deeper psychological strategy. The trickster disrupts not only societal norms but also personal limitations, encouraging growth through subversion and reinvention. The journey of shadow integration for Andre involves embracing the trickster, understanding its role not as an enemy but as an ally in the quest for authenticity. By acknowledging the parts of himself that seek to disrupt and innovate, Andre can navigate the tension between his desire for uniqueness and the paths laid before him by external expectations. Here, the trickster becomes a guide, leading him toward a more integrated self, a self that is not just performing a role but living authentically within it. In the broader ecosystem of the music industry, Andre's narrative intersects with the mentor archetype in various forms. Collaborations with other artists and partnerships with producers often served as catalysts for his growth and transformation. These interactions provided space for the exchange of ideas and the development of new sounds, helping Andre to refine his craft while staying true to his core values. The mentor archetype, embodied by those who supported and challenged him, facilitated his journey towards self-actualization and artistic fulfillment. Andre's path also brought him into contact with the shadow archetype, manifesting in the commercial pressures and critical expectations that could have easily overshadowed his inner voice. The shadow here is not merely an antagonist but a reflection of the industry's darker aspects, the commodification of art and the relentless demand for novelty. In confronting this shadow, Andre was forced to reconcile the dual desires of artistic integrity and commercial viability. This ongoing negotiation between the hero's journey of self-discovery and the shadow's challenge of external pressures is where Andre's personal story becomes deeply resonant. His struggle mirrors our own battles with the expectations placed upon us by society, family, and even ourselves. It is a reminder that the journey toward authenticity is fraught with obstacles, but also rich with opportunities for growth and transformation. As we delve further into Andre's psyche, we see the subtle interplay between his conscious and unconscious motives. The Enneagram's stress and growth dynamics offer a map for understanding these shifts. Under stress, a Type 4 might retreat into an unhealthy 2, becoming overly concerned with acceptance and validation from others. For Andre, this could manifest as a compulsion to adapt his artistry to fit public tastes or industry trends, risking the loss of his unique voice. Conversely, in moments of growth, the 4 moves toward the healthy aspects of the 1, embracing discipline, purpose, and a commitment to higher principles. For Andre, this growth represents the synthesis of his creative impulses with a sense of mission, a calling to create not just for acclaim, but as an expression of deeper truths and values. This integration allows him to transcend the superficial allure of fame, reaching instead for a legacy built on authenticity and innovation. In peeling back the layers of Andre's journey, we are reminded of the universal human quest for self-understanding and expression. His story invites us to consider our own lives, the masks we wear, the roles we play, and the inner truths we strive to express. Andre 3000's navigation of the labyrinthine world of fame and creativity serves as both a cautionary tale and an inspiring testament to the transformative power of embracing one's shadow and seeking the light within.